Ang lesson natin today ay cooling tower. A cooling tower is a device designed to dissipate unwanted heat from a system by lowering the temperature of circulating water. It is widely utilized in power stations, industrial plants, and large-scale HVAC like heating, ventilation, and air conditioning setups. Ang cooling tower ay isang device na ginagamit para magtanggal ng init mula sa isang system tulad ng sa mga power plant, factories, o malalaking building na may air conditioning system. Purpose of cooling towers. It removes excess heat from processes or buildings, improves efficiency of HVAC and industrial systems, and it helps maintain optimal operating conditions. Ang purpose ng cooling tower ay para magtanggal ng sobrang init mula sa isang system o makina, lalo na yung gumagamit ng tubig para sa cooling. Kapag ang tubig ay ginamit para magpalamig ng equipment, gaya ng sa power plant or factory, umiinit to. Kailangan tong palamigin ulit bago ito ulit gamitin. Dito na papasok ang cooling tower. So, there are types of cooling towers. Natural draft, two kinds of mechanical draft, and cross flow and counterflow. Natural draft, it uses chimney effect for air circulation, meaning mainit na hangin kusang umaakyat kaya nakakapasok ang malamig na hangin sa ilalim. And walang fans, natural lang ang daloy ng hangin. Mechanical draft, it uses fans to force airflows. Induced draft, fans at the top pull air through. So basically, hinahatak ang hangin pataas. And yung forced draft naman, tinutulak ang hangin papasok sa tower. Cross flow and counterflow differ in air-water interaction direction. Tungkol naman sa direksyon ng daloy ng hangin at tubig. Yung cross flow, yung hangin, dumadaan pa horizontal while yung tubig ay pababa. Yung counterflow naman, ang hangin umaakyat and yung water pababa. Magkasalubong ang flow nila.
Cooling tower calculations. Dito sa diagram, makikita natin yung point 1, 2, 3, and 4. Dito sa point 3, dito pumapasok yung warm water. Then, i-spray ito. Ang mangyari naman, ang magpapalamig dyan is itong air na pumapasok sa point 1. Dito sa ang air na pumapasok nito is hindi 100% yung relative humidity. Kaya nangyari, nag-absorb siya ng water. Kaya pag lumabas usually 100% yung RH nito. Then yung M3 natin mababawasan. Kaya nangyari is sa cooling tower, meron tayong bulb or parang gripo na nagdadagdag ng water na nawala dito sa M3 para kapag bumalik to sa system, kumpleto pa rin yung ano. Then ito, sa mass balance. Sa mass balance naman, lagi nung tatandaan na lahat ng pumasok is equal din sa lahat ng lalabas. Dito makikita natin ang mga papasok is the M1 ay MA, M3 and ang palabas is MA and M4. Bali M3 plus MA times SH1 is equals to M4 plus MA times SH2. Then yung water evaporated or amount of makeup water, makukuha natin yan kapag tinranspose natin tong M4 sa kabila. Then itong MaSH1 sa kabila. Di M3 minus M4 is equals to MA, bali pa-factor out lang natin yung MA dito. MA times quantity SH2 minus SH1. Energy balance naman is yung M3 times H3 plus MA H1 is equals to M4 H4 plus MA H2. I-transpose lang natin tong M4 tsaka M4 tsaka itong MA H1. Kaya makuha natin is M3H3 minus M4H4 is equals to MA times quantity H2 minus H1. Then, ang formula naman sa pagkuha ng cooling tower efficiency is equals to temperature 3 minus temperature 4 over temperature 3 minus wet bulb temperature at point 1.
Example number 1. Water at 55 degrees Celsius is cooled in a cooling tower which has an efficiency of 65%. The temperature of the surrounding air is 32 degrees Celsius dry bulb, and 70% relative humidity. The heat dissipated from the condenser is 2,300,000 kilojoules per hour. Find the capacity in liters per second of the pump used in the cooling tower. So, meron tayong given na temperature 3 na 55 degrees Celsius, efficiency na 65%, temperature 1 na 32 degrees Celsius, relative humidity na 70%, and heat na 2,300,000 kilojoules per hour. So, sa point 1, kailangan natin makuha ang temperature 4 kasi kailangan natin siya sa pagkuha ng mass ng water. So, at point 1, 32 degrees Celsius and 70% relative humidity. Using a psychometric chart, makukuha natin yung temperature ng dry bulb which is 27.4 degrees Celsius. So, formula ng cooling tower efficiency is equal to T3 minus T4 over T3 minus TW1. So, substitute yung mga value na 0.65 equals 55 minus T4 over 55 minus 27.4. Makuha natin yung value na 37.1 degrees Celsius para sa temperature 4. So, gamitin natin yung formula ng heat na Q is equals to mCp delta T. So, substitute natin yung value and since wala tayong value ng mass, ayun yung kukuhanin natin. Substitute yung value, yung Cp na 4.187, T3 na 55, tsaka T4 na 37.1 na kakasolve lang natin. Tapos, equals yung value ng heat na 2,300,000. So, pag kinompute natin yan, makuha natin yung value ng mass ng water na 30,688 kg per hour or 8.524 kg per second. So, kuha na naman natin yung specific volume ng water at temperature 4 which is 37.1 degrees Celsius and gagamitin natin yung psychrometric chart. Then, pag pinilat natin yun, makuha natin yung 1.0067 liter per kilogram na specific volume ng water. So, formula natin para makuha natin yung capacity ng pump, mass times volume ng water. So, ang mass ng water natin is 8.524 kg per second times 1.0067 liter over kilogram. Makuha natin capacity ng pump ay 0.58 liter per second.
For example number 2. Water enters a cooling tower at 52 degrees Celsius and leaves at 38 degrees Celsius. Air enters at 29 degrees Celsius and 50% relative humidity and leaves in a saturated condition at 40 degrees Celsius. Determine the mass and volume of air needed per kilogram of water entering and the quantity of water that can be cooled by 1 cubic meter per second of air. Atmospheric pressure is 102 kilopascals. So, ito ang ating solution. For point 1, hahanapin natin ang ating H1, SH1, and specific volume sa dry bulb temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 50%. So, ang ating H1 is equal sa 61 kilojoules per kilogram and ang ating SH1 is equal sa 0.0127 kilogram per kilogram and ang ating specific volume naman is equal sa 0.874 cubic meter per kilogram. So, sa point 2, at dry bulb temperature is equals to 40 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 100%. So, ang ating PD2 is equals to saturation pressure at 40 degrees Celsius and ang value niya is 7.378 kilopascals. So, to solve for saturation pressure, PS2 is equals to RH multiplied by PD2. Since ang ating RH is 100%, simply i-multiply lang natin yung 7.378 kilopascal sa 1. So, ang ating saturation pressure is equals lang din sa 7.378 kilopascals. So, kinuha natin yung saturation pressure para ma-solve yung SH2 natin. So, SH2 is equals to 0.622 multiplied by PS2 all over 2 pressure minus PS2. So, by substitution, 0.622 multiply sa ating PS2 na 7.378 kilopascal all over 2 sa ating pressure na 102 kilopascal minus 7.378 kilopascal is equals to 0.0485 kilograms per kilogram. So, kuhanin naman natin ang ating Hg. So, Hg2 is equals to Hg at 40 degrees Celsius and ang value niya is 2,574.4 kilojoules per kilogram. Since meron tayong Hg2, pwede na natin kunin ang ating H2. And ang formula for H2 natin is Cp multiplied by T2 plus SH2 multiplied by Hg2. So, by substitution ulit, H2 is equals to sa ating Cp na 1.0062 multiply sa ating T2 na 40 plus sa ating SH na 0.0485 multiply sa ating Hg2 na 2574.4 and ang ating H2 is equal sa 165.11 kilojoules per kilogram. And for point 3, H3 is equals to HF at 52 degrees Celsius. And ang value niya is equal sa 213.51 kilojoules per kilogram. So, for point 4 naman, ang ating H4 is equal sa HF at 38 degrees Celsius. So, ang value natin sa H4 is equals to 159.21 kilojoules per kilogram. So, for energy balance, M3 multiplied by H3 minus M4 multiplied by H4 is equals to mass ng air multiply sa H2 minus H1. And by substitution, M3 equals sa 1 kg multiply sa ating H3 na 213.51, ayan ay 213.51 lang din, minus 159.21 kilojoules per kilogram. M4 is equals to MA multiplied by 165.11 kilojoules per kilogram minus 61 kilojoules per kilogram. Kung mapapansin nyo, dalawa ang ano natin, isang M4 and isang mass ng air. So, in this case, gagawin natin siyang equation. So, 104.11 MA plus 159.21 M4 is equals to 213.51. So, ito ang ating equation number 1. For mass balance naman, M3 minus M4 is equals to mass ng air multiplied by SH2 minus SH1. So, 1 minus 4 is equals to MA multiplied by 0.0485 kilograms per kilogram minus 0.127 kilogram per kilogram. So, for our equation number 2, 0.0358 MA plus M4 is equals to 1. So, solving for equations 1 and 2. And ang makukuha natin dyan is ang MA is equals to 0.5518 kg per kilogram. And for volume naman ng air, ang ating formula dyan is equals to MA multiplied by specific volume number 1. And by substitution, 0.551. So, by substitution, 0.5518 multiplied by 0.874. So, ang ating volume of air is equals to 0.4823 cubic meter air per kilogram of water. So, for letter B naman, B1 is equals to 1 cubic meter per seconds of air. So, ang ating MA is equal sa volume flow rate all over 2 specific volume. And by substitution ulit, 1 cubic meter per seconds all over 2, 0.874 cubic meter per kilogram. Ang ating mass ng air is equal sa 1.144 kg per seconds. And for energy balancing, M3H3 minus M4H4 is equals to MA multiplied by H2 minus H1. So, substitute, 213.51 M3 minus 159.21 M4 is equals to 1.144 multiplied by 165.11 minus 61. So, meron na tayong equation number 3. Which is equal to 213.51 M3 minus 159.21 M4 is equals to 119.1. And for mass balance naman, M3 minus M4 is equals to MA multiplied by SH2 minus SH1. And M3 minus M4 is equals to 1.144 multiplied by 0.0485 minus 0.0127. And ang ating M3 minus M4 is equals to 0.04096. And for solving equation 3 and 4, ang M3 natin is equals to 2.073 kilogram water per seconds.
Example number 3. An induced draft cooling tower is required to cool 9,020 gallons per minute of entering water from 29 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. The average condition of the atmospheric air is 100.75 kilopascal, 21 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature, and 16 degrees Celsius wet bulb temperature. The air leaves the tower as saturated at 27 degrees Celsius. Find the volume flow rate of required air in cubic meter per second and the amount of makeup water required to compensate the loss due to evaporation. So, solving. Una, kunin muna natin yung PB, PB1, SH1, and H or the enthalpy. Pagkuha ng PB, para makuha yan, bali, kunin lang natin yung PSAT at the dry bulb temperature 1, which is the 21 degrees Celsius. Ang makukuha natin is 1.73 kilopascal. Then, sa pagkuha naman ng SH1, gagamitin natin yung formula na 0.622 times PB over PB minus PB. Ang makukuha natin ang value ng PB is 1.7573 and yung PB natin is 100.75 kilopascal. Ang makukuha nating sagot is 0.0110 kilogram per kilogram. Then sa pagkuha naman ng enthalpy, yun lang yan, CP times dry bulb temp plus SH1 times 2501.3 plus 1.82 dry bulb temp. Ang makukuha natin sagot is 44.15 kilojoule per kilogram. Same lang din ang ginawa natin sa point 1. Ganun din gagawin natin sa point 2. Kunin muna natin yung PB2, then SH2, saka H2. Makukuha nating PB2 is 3.567 kilopascal and SH2 naman is 0.02283 kilogram per kilogram. And enthalpy 2, which is 85.35 kilojoule per kilogram. Bali, after makuha yung point 1 and 2, proceed tayo dito. Kunin natin yung specific volume sa point 1. Para makuha yun, pwede natin gamitin yung dumaan sa formula ng PBMRT. Ang specific volume is volume over mass. Kaya magiging ano yan, yung pag tinranspose, ang mapupunta sa kabila is yung RT over pressure. Ang R is 0.28708 times T, absolute temperature, 21 plus 273 Kelvin all over. Yung P naman natin is PB minus PB yan. Yung PB isa is 100.75 kilopascal minus ito, yung PB na to. 1.7573 kilopascal. Makukuha nating specific volume is 0.8526 cubic meter per kilogram. Then, ito naman, kunin naman natin yung mass ng water mula sa formula ng Q. Q is equals to mCp delta T. Ngayon, wala. Bali, itong mass ng water, pwede nating makuha sa formula ng density times. Bali, sa formula ng density is mass over volume. Transpose lang. Mangyari, mass equals to density times volume. Ang given natin dito is yung volume flow rate, which is 9,220 gallon per minute. Co-convert lang natin siya para maging kilogram per second. Multiply mo yung gallon, convert natin into liter. For every 1 gallon, there is 3.785 liters. And for every 1,000 liters, there's merong 1,000 liters kada isang 1 cubic meter. And for every 1 cubic meter, meron namang 1,000 kilogram. And convert lang natin tong minute into seconds. ang makukuha nating sagot is 569.07 kg per second. Ngayon, pwede na natin makuha yung QW. 569.07 times 4.187, which is CP ng water, times 29 minus 20. Ang makukuha natin QW is 21,444.4 kN. And equal yung Q ng W sa Q ng air. Ang formula naman ng Q is Q times MA times H2 minus H1. Para makuha yung MA natin, bali, i-divide lang natin sa both sides sa H2 minus H1. Ang magiging, nito, pag na-substitute na is 21,444.4 kJ per seconds all over H2 natin. Ito, 85.35 kJ per kilogram minus H1, 44.2 is equals to 592.4 kilogram per second. Edi, may MA na tayo. Ngayon naman, kunin natin yung ang sa pang pinapahanap. Itong una, volume flow rate ng air. Para makuha yan, bali, specific volume times mass flow rate ng air. Makuha natin sagot. Itong specific volume, 592.4. Ito yan. Hindi. Ito, 0.8526 cubic meter per kilogram times itong mass, which is mass flow rate, which is 592.4 kilogram per second. Ang makuha nating volume flow rate ng air is 505.8 cubic meter per second. Ngayon naman, sa pagkuha ng amount ng makeup water required, bali, ito lang. Mass ng water plus MA SH1 is equals to MA SH2. Bali, transpose lang natin tong MA SH1, then factor out natin. Makuha natin is mass ng water is equals to mass ng air times SH2 minus SH1. Substitute. Ang makuha natin sagot is 7 kilograms per second.
So for cooling tower example number 4, 50 gallons per minute of water enters a cooling tower at 46 degrees Celsius. Atmospheric air at 16 degrees Celsius, dry bulb and 55% relative humidity enters the tower at 2.85 cubic meter per second and leaves at 32 degrees Celsius saturated. Determine letter A, the volume of water that leaves the tower, and letter B, the exit temperature of water. And ang ating M3 is equals to 2.073 kg per seconds. So, for point 1, kukuhanin natin yung H1 or enthalpy number 1, specific humidity number 1, and specific volume number 1 sa dry bulb temperature at 16 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 55%. So, ang H1 natin dyan is equal sa 32 kilojoules per kilogram, and ang ating SH1 is equals to 0.0056 kilograms per kilograms. And ang ating specific volume number 1 is equals lang sa 0.828 cubic meter per kilogram. So, para makuha natin ang mass ng air, gagamit lang tayo ng formula na volume number 1 all over 2 specific volume number 1. So, by substitution, ang ating value ng volume number 1 is equals to 2.85 cubic meter all over 2 0.828 cubic meter per kilogram. So, equal lang siya sa 3.442 kilogram per seconds. So, para naman sa point 2, kukunin natin yung H2, SH2 sa dry bulb temperature number 2 at 32 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 100%. So, ang ating H2 or enthalpy 2 is equal sa 111 kilojoules per kilogram, and ang ating SH2 or specific humidity number 2 ay equal sa 0.0307 kg per kilogram. And dito naman tayo sa point 3. Sa point 3 naman, H3 is equals to HF at 46 degrees Celsius, and ang value niya is 192.62 kilojoules per kilogram. And ang ating V3 is equals to BF at 46 degrees Celsius, and ang value niya is 0.0010103 cubic meter per kilogram. So, para makuha ang M3 ay equal lang sa volume flow rate number 1 all over 2 specific volume. So, para makuha yung M3, substitute lang tayo 50 gallon per minute and gagamit tayo ng conversion na 3.7854 liters per gallon all over 2 60 seconds per minute multiplied by 0.0010103 cubic meter per kilogram multiplied by 1,000 liter all over 2 cubic meter. So, ang ating M3 dyan is equals to 3.122 kilogram per seconds. And for mass balance naman, we simply use the formula of M3 minus M4 is equals to MA SH2 minus SH1. So, substitute 3.122 minus M4 is equals to 3.422 multiplied by 0.0307 minus 0.0056. So, ang ating M4 is equals to 3.036 kg per seconds. And for energy balance naman, M3H3 minus M4H4 is equals to MaH2 minus H1. So, substitute ulit, 3.112 multiplied by 192.62 minus 3.036 H4 is equals to 3.442 na mass ng air multiplied by 111 na enthalpy number 2 minus 32 na enthalpy number 1. So, H4 is equals to 108.51 kilojoules per kilogram. So, ang ating T4, makukuha natin siya sa H4 din, na ang value is 25.9 degrees Celsius. And ang ating specific volume of water at 25.9 degrees Celsius is equals to 0.0010031 cubic meter per kilogram. So, yung specific volume ng water na to, magagamit natin siya para makuha yung volume of water that leaves the tower. So, ang formula nito is M4 multiplied by specific volume ng water at 25.9 degrees Celsius. So, 3.036 kg per seconds multiplied by 0.0010031 cubic meter per kilogram is equals to 0.003045 cubic meter per seconds or 3.045 liter per second. So, ito yung volume ng ating water that leaves the tower. And ang ating exit temperature naman or yung T4 is equals to 25.9 degrees Celsius. So, for example number 5, in a cooling tower, 28.34 cubic meter per minute of air at 32 degrees Celsius dry bulb and 24 degrees Celsius wet bulb enter the tower and leave saturated at 29 degrees Celsius. To what temperature can the air stream cool a spray of water which enters at 38 degrees Celsius with a flow of 34 kg per minute of water? And letter B, cooling tower efficiency and how many kilogram per hour of makeup water is needed to compensate for the water that is evaporated. So, for point 1, at dry bulb temperature of 32 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, makuha natin yung ating enthalpy number 1, which is equivalent to 72 kilojoules per kilogram, and ang ating specific humidity number 1 na equal sa 0.0156 kg per kilogram, and ang ating specific volume number 1 na equal sa 0.884 cubic meter per kilogram. So, to solve for mass ng air, ang gagamitin natin dyan is ang ating volume flow rate all over 2 specific volume number 1. So, by substitution, 28.34 cubic meter per minute all over to 0.884 cubic meter per kilogram is equals to 32.06 kg per minute. So, sa ating point 2 naman, at dry bulb temperature number 2 is equals to 29 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 100%, ang ating H2 is equals to 95 kilograms per ang ating H2 is equals sa 95 kilojoules per kilogram, and ang ating SH2 is equals to 0.0256 kg per kilogram. So, sa ating point 3 naman, H3 is equals to HF at 38 degrees Celsius, and ang value niya is equal to 159.21 kilojoules per kilogram. So, ang ating M3 is equals to 34 kg per minute. And dito naman tayo sa mass balance. M3 minus M4 is equals to MA multiplied by SH2 minus SH1. So, meron tayong 34 kg per minute minus M4 is equals to 32.06 kg per minute multiplied by 0.0256 kg per kilogram minus 0.0156 kg per kilogram. And ang makuha nating M4 is equals to 33.68 kg per minute. So, sa energy balance naman, M3H3 minus M4H4 is equals to MA multiplied by H2 minus H1. So, substitute ulit, 34 kg per minute multiplied by 159.21 kilojoules per kilogram minus 33.68 kg per minute multiplied by H4 is equals to 32.06 kg per minute multiplied by 95 kilojoules per kilogram minus 72.5 kilojoules per kilogram. And ang ating H4 is equals to 139.3 kilojoules per kilogram. And makukuha natin yung T4 sa ating H4 which is equals to 32.2 degrees Celsius. So for letter B, cooling tower efficiency is equals to T3 minus T4 all over to T3 minus TW1 or yung wet bulb temperature number 1 times 100% is equals to 38 minus 33.2 all over 2 38 minus 24 times 100%. Ang ating efficiency ng cooling tower is equals to 34.99%. So for the makeup water, ang formula ng makeup water is equals to MA multiplied by SH2 minus SH1. And by substitution, 32.06 kg per minute multiplied by 0.256 kg per kilogram minus 0.0156 kg per kilogram, ang ating makeup water is equal sa 0.3206 kg per minute.